Hi everyone, my name's Alison and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and today I wanted to share with you a short video where I show you, I'm going to show you the cards and the notelets and the gift tags that I've made to fit inside a lovely stationery box that we made a week or two ago. And I wanted to apologise that it's taken me a while to upload this, but I've had so much going on at home and yeah, I've not had a chance to do it, but it's here now. So if you didn't get to see the video where I show you how to make this, I shall pop the link in the top right hand corner and that will take you direct to it. So I was going to make a video showing you how to make the cards, etc., but they're so simple that I don't think there's any need to. So I'll go through it with you, and then if you feel that you would like me to show you how I've made a particular card or design, then let me know and I shall gladly do that for you. So first of all, I'll show you the note cards that I've made, and I had a couple of people ask me if I'd used the small cards and envelopes that Stampin' Up do, and yeah, you can do, they will fit in there, but the problem is because the space here is only about ½ an inch, if you use those you're only going to get about 3, maybe 4 max cards in there, and I wanted to be able to fit 6, so that's why I've made note cards that are single-sided, so the recipient, they can just write on the back. And so what I did with here is I've just cut 6 pieces of quite the thick Whisper White cardstock, and these are 3 inches by 3 inches, and then I just layered it with soft sea foam, which would be 2 7/8 by 2 7/8, and then for each one I just did something a bit different. So this, for argument's sake, I just stamped around the edge using the I've used several stamp sets actually for this, but just using the Forever Fern, and I've just sort of randomly stamped some images around the edge there, doing them in different colours. I wanted to try and do a mixture of male and female cards so they can go to both. This one I've used the DSP, and then I've just used the stitched shaped dies just to cut out some of the DSP there, and then this little sentiment hello there is from this stamp set, which is Here's a Card, which has got several little sentiments on there. So yeah, so I've done that on the 2, and then these ones again I've just used the Forever Fern and just stamped, you know, randomly on some soft sea foam, and I did use the soft sea foam ink as well. Excuse me. And this little sentiment, a little note, is from the Butterfly Gala, and that's just that one there. And then for the die cut I've used, let me have a look, because again I've used several die sets as well, but I've just used this die here, which is the Tasteful Labels dies. Okay, so that's for those, and as I say, there's 6 in total, and they just sit in there perfectly once you've done the envelopes. And the envelopes actually I did make myself. I didn't have any 3x3 or envelopes to fit 3x3 cards, and I just used the envelope, I don't know what you call it, the punch board, I think. I don't have a Stampin' Up one. I think Stampin' Up used to do one, but yeah, they don't do them now, I don't think so. But yeah, so that's the envelopes that I made, and I used actually the same quality paper for those that I did for the notepad, just to give them a bit of, you don't want them too flimsy. And then I'll show you the greeting cards next. And again, these have just been made using cuts of the DSP that, it's the same DSP that we've made for the box. I didn't cut into any new sheets. I just wanted to try and use up all the scraps, because let's face it, we do always end up with lots of scraps. And so what I'll do, I will put the measurements of each card that I've put under, which I'll put underneath if you wanted to copy the same. And this one I just used the rectangle postage stamp punch, which I've just used to punch this sentiment out, and this one comes from Fancy Phrases. And then you can see I've also put some gems on there, and these were just clear gems that I've then coloured in using dark Pretty Peacock stamping blend. And you know, you can do that with all of your clear gems, you know, to match the colour theme of your card. So that's that one. This one I've then, well, you can see I've cut one piece of DSP. Again, I shall put the size down below, but I cut a DSP that was 4 inches by 5 5/8, and then I've put it in my trimmer and I've randomly just positioned it and cut. And so you've then got this piece here, and then the other piece is on this bit. Yeah, does that make sense? And then what I've done is, because on here there was more of the soft sea foam showing, I've then just stamped, again using Forever Fern, I've just used that on all of them, just to take away some of that, so it's not quite so bland. And again used the punch just to put our sentiment on there, and that sentiment is, where did that one? Oh, Here's a Card again. So that's come from Here's a Card. And then this one I've used the die from here, which is the Stitch So Sweetly dies. And I don't know if you can, yeah, I think you can just see that I just did a very faint stamped image there, because this sentiment was, I suppose, a little small for this, so I just did a little stamped image there just to take away the whiteness. And then inside, actually on all of them, I haven't put anything inside because I didn't want any more thickness, because it's quite a tight fit as it is. So that's those two. And then these ones, so again I've just cut out some, this is Whisper White cardstock, and I run it through the embossing folder, the subtle 3D embossing folder, and then I cut out some DSP using the stitched rectangle dies. And then this sentiment is from the Ornate Thanks, so I've just done it all separately. So you've got the thanks in the middle, and then I've just picked, just wanted to say thanks for all your help, and I just thought that was quite nice. And again using the DSP of what I'd already used on our box. So that's that one. And then this one I've just, yep, stamped some foliage again from Forever Fern, and then I've cut them out using the rectangle dies. This one's using the stitched shapes dies, and again I've used thanks from the Ornate Thanks. And I did stamp this first and then run it through the subtle 3D embossing folder. And again we've just got a piece of DSP under there just to bring out some of the Pretty Peacock. And then what I did is I then coloured in some rhinestones again using the dark Pretty Peacock stamping blends. Okay, so that's that one. And then this one, again it's just cutting a piece of DSP, and then I've just left a little gap. So it's just placing them. It's a bit like the One Sheet Wonders actually, but it's probably not just one sheet, but it's a similar concept where you're just cutting out of some DSP and just positioning them where you want on your card. And then this sentiment die cut is the largest die from the Stitch So Sweetly dies. And again I've just gone in and stamped using the Forever Fern again, just around the edges, just to take away some of the whiteness. Okay, so again that's 6 cards in total. think I've shown you all of them, haven't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. So that's those, and they fit in there just right, and the envelopes are the C6, and they just fit in there, you'll find, perfectly. So you want to just make sure your measurements when you make the box are perfect, because otherwise your envelopes won't fit. And then finally onto our tags, and these are super simple. So all I've done with that, I've bought something just so I can show you, is I've cut 2 pieces of cardstock, and I've done Whisper White, which is the thick Whisper White cardstock, and this is 3.5 inches by 2 inches, and then I've cut a piece of soft sea foam the same size, 3.5 inches by 2 inches, and then all I've done is I've got the fancy tag topper, and so you just put that in your punch and punch that out. Do the same with your Whisper White, and then what I did is, where you get the little burr when you cut your cardstock, I just put those two together, and so then that way you've got green on one side and then you've got the white on the other. And I've done that, I did that originally on the other box that I'd made, because the main colour was basic grey, and of course you couldn't see basic grey if you'd written on it, which is why I backed it with the white cardstock. But I actually then liked the fact that it makes it more, it's a lot stronger, so it's not going to make your cards, it's going to make your tags rather more robust. They're not going to bend as easy. So you'll literally just glue these together, which I can quickly do now, and just remembering to put a bit of glue just along the top there, and then just line up your 2 pieces together like that. Okay, and then that gives you a lovely solid strong gift tag. And then to decorate them, I've literally just used this rectangle postage stamp punch on all of them, and I've just stamped, punched out each one out of the DSP that we've used again with the box. So simple, but yet really lovely. And then the ribbon, I'm actually a bit limited on the ribbon that I have, but I've used the same ribbon that I'd used in the other box, which is the shimmer ribbon, which I think is basic grey, but I'll pop a link down below. And they just sit in there, and that is it. So very simple. I hope that gives you some inspiration. It may be you've already made your cards, because as I said earlier, I have taken a while, but I'll just, to refresh your memory, this was the other one that I'd made, and in case you haven't seen it, these were the cards. So again, very similar concept, where I just cut out some shapes. Yeah, so same design but with the different DSP, and then these were the little cards that I'd made as well. And yeah, so quickly show you the, and these I'd because with the what was the DSP called? In Good Taste DSP, they had some plain patterns in there, so I just stamped on them. But yeah, they just super simple, just using the postage stamp punch. And so that is it. I hope you like them. They make perfect gifts for Christmas. You could even make a Christmas themed one. If someone has a birthday, say before Christmas, you could give it to them as a birthday present, and then they've got some cards sorted for Christmas. But anyway, I hope you like them. If this is your first time visiting my channel, please hit the subscribe button, and also if you hit the bell icon, you'll be notified when I upload another video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.